I asked a lucid dream once if I could meet my higher self. And then I came up to a tree and there was a door in the tree. And so I peeled back the layers of the door and there were these eyes. And it was my eyes and it was like a coffin.
Dream experts such as Karen Conkley will tell you the mind is something of a mystery, even more so when the mind is dreaming.
It was me when I was dead, and I opened the door to the coffin, and I asked her 3 questions. I asked, what do you wish that you had done differently in your life? And she said, I wish I had listened more. And then I said, what was the biggest thing that you did in your life, the most important? She said some like administrative thing at a university, and I thought that was silly. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do something better than that. And then I don't remember the 3rd question. And so, yeah, that was a lucid dream that I had.
I'm Cara Joubert, a journalist and lucid dreamer. Welcome to this episode of the podcast In Your Dreams, where we will be exploring the mysterious world of lucid dreaming.
Like most of the fundamental questions of dreaming are without answers. We don't know.
And why places like the Kimpton Fitzroy Hotel in London offer people the opportunity to learn how to do it. At a price, of course.
Okay, so this is our Room to Dream kit that guests are presented with when they book the experience. As you can see here, we have the Lab Tonica products that I mentioned. We have a pillow mist. We have...
So, what are the consequences of lucid dreaming, if any?
People get sleep paralysis. You could have like a lucid nightmare.
And what's the big deal?
It's like, compared to like meditating or something, lucid dreaming is so perceptual. Like, it's so clear that you're seeing all these other things. And so if you're really lucid enough to realize like that it's all a part of you, I feel like, fundamentally you can learn that your experience of the environment is also like that. When you're awake, it's all this creation, this that you're participating in.
But perhaps I should begin with the most obvious question. What is a lucid dream? Excuse me, I took to the high street to ask people what they can tell me about their dreams.
Sometimes I have nightmares.
My last dream, my teeth were falling out. My last dream, I broke my leg.
I dreamt, I think it was last week, that I was out with my friend here and a group that we know, and we'd gone on a coach. Quite prophetic, really, aren't they? It came true, didn't it? But it wasn't me that it had happened to.
Do you know what lucid dreaming is?
No, I don't. I've never heard of it.
Not really, no.
Not really. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos about it and stuff, but I've not tried it or anything.
It's difficult to say, really, isn't it? Whether you're aware that you're dreaming or not, because your dreams seem so real.
We all dream. But a lucid dream is something that happens less often. A lucid dream is categorized as a dream in which the dreamer is aware they are dreaming. In that, they can control their environment and observe the strange world of their own imagination, knowing it isn't real. According to the Sleep Foundation, an organisation dedicated to improving people's sleep health, around half of the population have at least one lucid dream in their lifetime, with only a quarter of the population having them at least once a month. As someone who used to lucid dream on a nightly basis, I can only describe it as being in a state of hyper-awareness. But being mentally awake when you should be asleep comes with its own disadvantages. Especially when you're awake. Interrupted sleep is a key ingredient for lucid dreaming. But interrupted sleep also results in tiredness, which can have a serious impact on a person's physical and mental health. And while some hotels offer a good night's sleep or your money back, the Kimpton Fitzroy Hotel has a different kind of deal. For £50 on top of their hotel bill, a customer can learn how to lucid dream through buying the Room to Dream package. I travelled to London to speak with Maria, a saleswoman in the hotel, to talk about the Room to Dream package. We meet in the hotel's cafe and bar area. It's a luxurious place with marble floors and crystal chandeliers.
Okay, that is quite a box.
Maria brings me a trunk suitcase. In it is the Lucid Dream package.
As you can see here, we have the Laptonica products that I mentioned. We have a pillow mist. We have Lucid Dream drops that will go into your teeth. That is also here. Laptonica is a lovely London brand that we partner with for this project. There's also a sleepy balm that is supposed to relax you and help you access the states of lucid dreaming. There is a dream journal that I've provided you a copy with a pen, as well as the instruction for the virtual reality headset that is supposed to guide you into almost a state of meditation that is then supposed to help you, if you fall asleep, to experience lucid dreaming together with the other.
All right, I'm just going to smell the sleepy balm now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, lavender. Definitely a lot of lavender in that one. Yeah, so that goes on your forehead?
So you can either inhale it to sort of soothe you, or you can massage it into pressure points. Those are usually your wrists, behind your ears, your temples.
When it comes to the sleepy balm and the pillow mist, they say, it's a herbal infusion. Is it that a secret recipe?
The tea has chamomile, hawthorn, mango, linden blossom, lavender, rose petals, and it actually smells really delicious, so I would highly recommend this.
What do you say about the sleep quality, the people that go for the Lucid Dream package?
Well, I feel like if they want to experience this, they obviously know that, what can be experienced with it, whether it's interrupted sleep, or actually some of our guests have commented they had very deep sleep but very vivid dreams, so they did not manage to access lucid dreaming per se, but they had really vivid dream experiences.
You heard one of her lucid dreams in the beginning of the podcast, a strange insight into the human mind, covering subjects surrounding death and what questions you might ask your deceased self.
My name is Karen Conkley, and I specialize in studying lucid dreaming. I'm a postdoctoral research fellow at Northwestern University.
Karen Conkley is a researcher and lucid dreamer. She studies the subject of the human conscious, often by means of lucid dreaming.
The average adult spends maybe even a month out of every year dreaming in REM sleep, and yet most of the fundamental questions of dreaming are without answers. We don't know definitively how the brain generates dreams, how we're able to have this realistic real world experiences without having external input. We don't have definitive answers about what the functions of dreams are. And that's partially because it's difficult to say what the function of a specific dream is when you don't know how to control what that dream is. So you can't scientifically control what someone dreams about very easily. So it's hard to do good science on the functions of dreaming. And we also don't know how accurate dream reports are, which the vast majority of dream research is based on. So we don't know. This whole field is based on what people say when they wake up, but there's a lot of different reasons why that is also a limited source of information.
Would you say there are any risks or downsides, at least, to lucid dreaming?
Yeah, people talk about risks and downsides. So there's some evidence that doing exercises to increase lucid dreaming can it's especially reality checks where you're asking yourself throughout the day, am I awake or dreaming? For some people, if they're already kind of struggling to maintain a solid grasp on what's real, then lucid dreaming could kind of escalate that issue for them, possibly, because it really deconstructs your ideas about reality. And so if you're already struggling with that, it could be difficult for you. And then also, many of the most effective practices to have lucid dreams involve sleep disruption. So sleep disruption is...
And what do you think we can learn from ourselves and our own minds when we do lucid dream?
I feel like lucid dreaming is such a profoundly unique way to learn about yourself. I think there's 1,000 things that you could learn, but I feel like any other type of practice that you do, like it's like compared to like meditating or something, lucid dreaming is so perceptual. Like it's so clear that you're seeing all these other things. And so if you're really lucid enough to realize like that it's all a part of you, I feel like, fundamentally you can learn that your experience of the environment is also like that. When you're awake, it's all this creation, this that you're participating in.
With insights into human consciousness and the dangers of sleep paralysis, there's more to lucid dreaming than meets the eye. I'm Cara Joubert, a lucid dreamer and journalist. This has been an episode of the In Your Dreams podcast, where we looked into the surprising benefits and possible dangers of lucid dreaming. Join us for the next episode, where we will be discussing the Room to Dream package with its creator, Charlie Morley, as well as other artists who are inspired by their REM sleep. Until then, goodbye from me, and sweet dreams. This podcast was brought to you by Cara Joubert, with original music composed by Eyal Arad.